Salam everyone. I'm on my lunch break at work in the car, and I was thinking, I've never done a story time on here. I've also never told my converting to Islam story. I can try to do this not so long. I hope the video doesn't end up being too long, but it's a story time, so it probably will. Let's get into it. How did I convert to Islam? When? Why? All the things everyone asks me all the time. So, I'm 26 years old now, but I converted when I was 18. I was 18 turning 19, so out of high school, right out of high school. Basically, when I was 17, I was working in a retail store as my end of high school job, whatever. And a girl was training me. When I first started working there, a girl was training me on the job. She was a hijabi girl, and I was not too familiar with hijabis because, I grew up in a Chicago suburb, but, south suburbs, and it just, wasn't very diverse. There was some diversity, but not really with Muslims. There was not too many Arabs, Desi people. There just wasn't that many Muslims where I grew up. So I did not have too much exposure to Muslims. I didn't grow up around them. I didn't have that exposure. So this girl was a full hijabi, and she was training me at work on the job. And that was my first interaction with a hijabi. I did have some in my high school, but two. Very, very select few. I just never really talked to them, whatever. I was in my own world. This girl started training me at work, and she was teaching me the job and whatever, and she was so chill, so chill. She was so sweet and chill, and I was this girl is so nice. And my genuine thought as an ignorant young kid, whatever, I was oh, she's just like me. She's normal, just like me. Why does the media, because all I had ever heard was the media, right? That's all you hear growing up in America, Muslims, blah, blah, blah. You hear all of it. I'm trying to be careful with my words because I don't want to get shadow banned. So, all I ever heard was just media stuff, right? American media stuff about Muslims. But I'm oh, this girl's really normal and really nice and really sweet. I'm intrigued. I'm curious about her. I'm curious about her identity. I'm curious about this religion. So me and her started getting closer. I started asking her a lot of questions because she would invite me over to her house, and her family would have me over for dinner. I would hang out with her family all the time, and they were such a normal, chill family. She was Palestinian, but we're talking about religion specifically, but she was Muslim. So that was my first glimpse into a Muslim household, a Muslim family. That was my first experience. I got so intrigued and so interested, and I wanted to know more about this because I, grew up Christian, but not super religious, not very practicing. I was so intrigued, and I was I want to know more. My phone is literally falling, guys. I'm sorry. So I always believed in God. I always knew there was a God. For me personally, the Trinity didn't make sense. I never believed in the Trinity. I never believed in Jesus being God. I just believed in God. Okay? So when I was learning about Islam and how, there's only one God, we just worship one God, I was oh, that's what I believe. Right? It made sense. So with that being said, I started my research based on everything I learned from this girl, based on everything she was telling me, her family, whatever. And just I started my own research on it. I really fell in love with the religion based on my own research. Obviously, as a convert, everyone thinks you're brainwashed. A man did this to you. There was no man in my life at the time when I started learning about Islam. There was no man in my life. I learned about it from this coworker, this girl, and then started doing my own research from there. And then I started meeting one of my best friends now, Hiba. She lives in Dallas. We're long distance friends because I'm in Chicago, but I met her online because then I started meeting Muslims online through Twitter, and back then it was Twitter because this was 2018. And I just started meeting people. I just started getting connected with other Muslims, and I just fell into it where I was okay, I've always felt lost my entire life. Something was missing, and I think this is the missing piece. everything aligns with me and my beliefs and my morals, and this is what I want, and this makes sense. So I did end up converting to Islam based on my own research. I did meet a guy who was Muslim. I got married to him. We're divorced. I'm not married to that person anymore. Not gonna speak too much on that. But I basically hit a point where I was like I know this is what I want. And this is the life I want to live. This aligns with me. This aligns with my beliefs. This aligns with everything. Like, this is what I want. And I was so intrigued, and it felt so right. Like, it felt like this was the missing piece all along my entire life, what I was missing. So yeah, I converted when I was 18, like about to be 19, and everything just made sense. Everything in my life, alhamdulillah, fell into place when I converted. Like, obviously it was not an easy journey by any means. It was not easy. That's a whole other story time I can do of like navigating converting to Islam with non-Muslim family and friends and the whole thing. But alhamdulillah, like I keep saying alhamdulillah over and over, that like ever since I converted, everything in my life just felt like it fell into place. Like all the puzzle pieces were together, the hole was filled, like that like everything just fell into place, and it just made sense, alhamdulillah, and everything just felt right. Like I trusted my heart, my soul, everything felt right, and I knew that that was meant for me. Yeah, we're going on 7 minutes, but that's basically my conversion story. Was finding out about Islam through a coworker and just being intrigued, not having too much exposure to Islam where I grew up, and then just being so intrigued by it, wanting to know more, and really aligning with it. And all of that was meant to be. All of that was supposed to be. Like, that whole process was meant to be, alhamdulillah. Like, everything happened for a reason. So, I'm now, alhamdulillah, Muslim for 8 years now, and happier than ever. Best decision of my life, alhamdulillah. But let me know if you guys want more. Like, let me know if you have questions. Feel free to reach out to me. Like, if you have questions, if you're researching Islam, if you're a convert, if you just need to talk, if you need to vent, like, feel free to like reach out to me, because I'm an open book. I believe like story times can help people. I believe my story can help people, and that's why I'm very open about it.